Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday's edition of Morning Brews. My name, of course, is Ryan Smeltz, and I am hoping that the audio is improving slightly as we go. Today, we are talking about being passionate in your business. So, yesterday, I figured out a way to free up some time and have a couple extra slots open for today and tomorrow on the Business and Brews show. So I cast a net, and one of my previous guests had popped on there. Christine, she does insurance, and she said, "You're so passionate about your show." And, I still haven't replied to her. I should probably do that. But my first thought was, thank you. I appreciate the fact that somebody notices. My second thought was everyone should be passionate about what they do. So in case you're new to the show or you haven't heard an episode where I've mentioned this, but the main purpose of this show is to provide value to small local business owners, whether that be through knowledge, education, experience, and resources, or a small network that we have built up of small local business owners, or even giving them exposure to our audience to get them some traction, hopefully help gain them some customers and clients, as well as to educate other people on their specific industry. In the opening, we say shed light on different industries, and that is our goal. So, yes, I am absolutely very passionate about this, but I wanted to talk to you today about being passionate in whatever it is that you do, because I believe that we do what we do because we enjoy it, hopefully. And if you're only doing what you do for the money, then you are in the wrong line of work. I believe that 100%. Eric Thomas talks about money, and if you're only doing what you do for money, money is not a strong enough factor. When the money stops coming in how you would prefer, or you get tired of buying things or being flashy, or you just don't feel like it, you can quit. You can wake up one morning, you can go into work, you can decide that you're going to work on your business, and then halfway through it, you're just like, nope, I don't feel like doing this anymore. So once again, money is not a strong enough factor. You have to take into consideration why you started your business, why you do what you do, who the people are that you help, and you have to invest in that. It's like I talked about yesterday. Why are you doing what you're doing? It's because it's sacred. I wake up every morning, I record this show, I edit and distribute Morning Brews because it's sacred, because it's what I do to give back. And if I don't do it for some type of purpose, then once again, if I was doing what I'm doing for money, then I could easily just stop at any time. It's definitely not a strong enough motivator. So whatever it is you do, be passionate about it. I would say if you are running a business, maybe you lose that motivation, maybe you lose that purpose, direction, then take a step back and evaluate. A lot of people in business, they have business coaches. I know Dan Warheide, he is a business coach of sorts, and will hold conversations with people and help bring them to the right conclusions. And one of the reasons why he does that is he believes that conversations with other people should be meaningful and serve a purpose, and he enjoys helping other people. So if you don't have a business coach, I encourage you to find one. Find someone who you enjoy, find someone who you like. And then if you're struggling in your current position, wherever you are in your business, in your work, in your professional career, to find that purpose, to find your why behind your what, then definitely reach out to your business coach, hold that conversation, explain to them what the problem is, and see if maybe they can either help you find that purpose, direction, and motivation, or help you determine what you would be more happy doing, where you would find those things. Because if you're running a company, I don't care if you're making $100 million a year. If you're not happy doing it, then eventually you're going to lose that purpose. And that's where we find other things to fill that void. And if they're not in line with our business, or heaven forbid, not in line with our morals, then we're going to end up filling our time serving ourselves and not enjoying life and not enjoying the business that we're in. And it gets kind of dull and mundane at that point. So definitely stay focused, whatever your business is. If you are passionate about it, if you're not passionate about it, then figure out if that's something that you can fix, adjust, find the passion in your business again. And if it is not, what would help you fill that void? What industry, job, or business you could transition to that would help fill that void? So now that we talked a lot about basically if you're struggling finding that purpose in your daily work, what you can do to kind of help fix that, I want to talk about the people who are passionate about what they do, because recently I have held a handful of conversations with people talking about the content that they make and or put out. And yesterday, if you listened to Morning Brews, I talked about how I am going to start writing, and I actually did write for a couple minutes yesterday and put that out in an email. So if you would like to see that progress, definitely subscribe to the email list. But I put out these episodes and I write content, and it's because I believe that people should put out whatever their experience or education is, because there's someone out there who needs to hear it. And the longer I am in business, the more and more I see even people older than me who are newer to business making some of the same mistakes I made when I first started. So that right there just reinforces the fact that if you have any knowledge or experience whatsoever, you should be putting out content. If you're not a camera person, you should do a podcast and create audio content. If you are not a video or audio person, then you should write and create that type of content. I think absolutely worst case scenario, you could make copy and creative to put out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, what have you. But you should be making original content that specifically relates to who you are and what you do to help other people with their business, with their life, with that aspect of who they are. It's been said before that every time someone dies, an entire library dies with them, and I believe that is true 100%. So if you are passionate about what you do and you're not having to make that correction or adjustment in your business, in your life, then go ahead and start creating content if you're not already. And then if you are creating content, I encourage you, drop your website in the comments section below this video. If you're listening on the podcast, shoot it to me. I'd love to see whatever content you are creating, video, podcast, blog, articles, or otherwise, and maybe even feature some on the Business and Brews Facebook page or email blast. I'd love to see what other business owners are doing. Maybe even hear what your ideas are for creating content outside of video, audio, and writing. But yeah, if you are passionate, put out content, help other people. That's what we are meant to do. And if you are struggling to find that passion and that motivation, then definitely reach out to a business coach to figure out what you can do to reconnect, center yourself, and find joy again in what it is you do. I appreciate you tuning in. This episode was a little bit shorter. I do hope that is in interest of your time. And yesterday I released the episode a little bit early, so I'm going to do the same thing again today. I hope this is of value to you. I hope that if you are not passionate at the moment, that you find that passion. And if you are passionate about it, then reach out and let me know. Let me know what content you're creating. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review. Wherever you listen to your podcast, subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe as well. My name is Ryan Smeltz. I'm grateful for you, and I will see you on Friday's episode of Morning Brews.